Again, I'm sitting here with a running back that knows all this stuff. I don't even know why I'm saying this.
Full house backfield. Another scissors play. Nissel, second back through. Nissel with some room. Nissel, ball's loose. The ball is loose. Nothing but Rovers around it, and they recover it. It was a first down run from Garrett Nissel, and it was stripped by the Rovers defense, and a huge turnover evens up the turnover battle. And the Rovers will take over, and that's the biggest play for the Rovers so far.
Yeah, and he did a good job when he got into the open field. He wanted to try to get that extra yardage. He tried that spin move, and again, he was standing straight up and down, and he didn't protect the football, and he got hit. That's what stripped it out, and then I think it went back about 10 more yards before they jumped on it, but again, nothing but white jerseys around it.
1st and 10 for the Rovers, 2 receivers each side. Got a man in motion is Hannah. They go straight up the middle and just nothing doing. Not a whole lot. Maybe a yard. 21 on the carry for the Rovers. Once again, we apologize for no names. Not a roster available for the Rovers. 2nd down and 8.
5 minutes left here in the first half.
12-0 DuBois lead. 2 receivers each side for Fox. Sending a man in motion. Here's a snap. Looking, throws over the middle, and I'll tell you what, freshman Hansley had a beat on that. Falls incomplete. Got his hands up. And another incomplete pass over the middle.
Again, I thought he was open, you know.
Misfire.
He's got them happy feet back there. I mean, I know he's young. There's no doubt about it. But he sees them. He finds the right receiver. He's just not getting him the ball.
3rd and 8. Another opportunity for this defense to get off the field. Braden Fox, here's a snap. Going to set up a screen. We're all over it. And it's shut down completely. Garrett Wilson, the junior linebacker, continues to impress. He's playing some football tonight.
He read that the whole way, and then he lit him up on the tackle.
Great tackle.
No chance at all.
4.5 in count. Expect a punt here. Loss of 5 on the play.
I assume he's going to punt away.
And he will. It's another liner to Clark. Clark has lots of room to work from the 35. Bring it right sideline. Midfield makes a one-man miss. He gets into Rover territory at about the 47, 46-yard line. With 4:06 to go, your score, Beavers 12, Rovers 0.
Are you happy in your current job, or maybe thinking it's time for a change? Then why not work for a company that actually cares about you? DeLulo Transport is looking for full-time and part-time Class A drivers and owner-operators. Local drivers get home every day, and regional drivers are home through the week and every weekend, and can now earn $80,000 to $100,000 per year, plus a generous benefits package. DeLulo Transport is big enough to deliver, but small enough to care. Give us a call, 814-503-4131. Stop by our office at 349 DuBois Street, or find us at delulotransport.com.
Receivers to the left for Hayes on 1st down. Another fumbled snap. Picks it up. Looking. Plenty of blockers. Now he's stepping up. Lots of room to run. Hayes to the 40. Makes a man miss. Still on his feet. Got a 1st down. Well into Rovers territory. Scamper of about 16 yards for Hayes. Turned nothing into something there. 1st down Beavers.
And that's what he brings to this team, obviously. The ball was on the ground. You know, the defense is coming. He makes a couple of quick moves, gets outside, picks up a few blockers, and there he goes.
Yep, Hayes, crafty, 3-year senior, starter, 3-year starter. Can't be a 3. You could be. You don't want to be.
Well, the old days, you could have been a senior for 3 years. 3:30 on a running clock here at the end of the first half.
Clock certainly. Trey Wingard, freshman quarterback's in. He hands off to Yale. Ball's out once again, and I believe Big Jaw fell on it. But, yeah, Trey Wingard getting a snap here. I saw that late.
Yeah, I think
freshman coming in and almost fumbled the exchange. DuBois able to recover. Just a loss of 1 on the play. We avoided disaster on that one. 2nd and 11.
So you got to wonder here, did Hayes get hurt on that run when he got tackled there at the end? Because he's not in the game right now.
Not sure. I see him on the sideline, got his helmet on, and he's right next to Coach Wingard, so that's a good sign here. Maybe we'll see the freshman air it out. Here he goes, rolling to his right, throws, pass is complete to Hickman, but he's wrapped up rather quickly by Coelho. Short gain of 3. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7. And Hayes is coming back into the ball game. So freshman Trey Wingert holding down the fort for his senior quarterback.
Yeah, that first handoff, it's always different from a different quarterback, whenever
of
they're
course.
doing that.
And you know what? It's great. It's great for Trey, because obviously he's going to be the future.
Oh, yeah.
He's a backup quarterback. He's the only other quarterback listed. They have an emergency guy, but Trey Wingert is the backup. 3 receivers to the left on down. Another high snap, and it's back towards midfield. Hayes picks it up. Hayes looking. Hayes is going to be dropped for a huge loss. And Gallagher made a mistake there. DuBois going backwards, going to bring up 4th down, and that'll bring out Harmon to punt it away. Tough break for DuBois.
Well, at least they know some of the things they have to work on, extra points and snapping the football back. 'Cause that was like the 3rd bad snap we've seen tonight.
Yeah, and it's happened lately. Hayes was able to corral a couple, but that one no good. Harmon's kick is a high liner, and it's fielded by Pine. He comes up, and he breaks 1 tackle across the 20-25. Eventually wrapped down out of bounds. And, they're going to throw another flag here.
That's that same official.
It was late. It was out of bounds, but there was no extracurricular. He wasn't well on the sideline even. A couple yards out, he got brought down softly. A soft call there. That's what I'm going to call that, Keith. And another call for the Rovers.
When you're a defender and you're coming over after somebody that's carrying the ball and you see him still fighting, trying to get yardage.
Why you're going to stop your momentum?
He didn't concede. He was out of bounds, but he was still fighting like maybe he didn't know he was out. The defender hit him. That's another iffy call, I think.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
But the whole thing is now with only $1:47 left in the first half, is Brockway capable of going 55 yards in that amount of time?
So far, no answer for this DuBois defense. They've been in this type of field position all game, right around midfield. Here's a snap. 2 receivers each side. Fox is going to go deep, looking for Pine, and his pass is almost intercepted. Caden Clark playing center field beautifully at his safety position. DuBois rolls 1 high safety. They play a true 4-4 look. He's playing center field. He's the only one back there. Free safety. And lets another pick go. Caden Clark. Great coverage. Pine beat the man-to-man coverage underneath.
Yeah, but Pine, I think, just got enough of that ball that he couldn't bring it down.
2nd and 10 from the Rover. 45. 2 receivers each side for Fox. Here's the snap. Play going far down the sideline, and it is in and out of the hands, and the flag's out. You cannot be calling this pass interference, Keith. There is absolutely no way this should be going against the Beavers.
That defender was a good 5 yards past him. He kept running because he thought the receiver was running a fly pattern. He stopped on the sideline for the ball. He wasn't anywhere near him.
That is unbelievable.
Not anywhere near him.
No contact was made whatsoever.
Oh, my. I mean, I hate to sit up here and just judge these officials the way we are, but I mean,
I don't want to do that, but they're making it hard.
That was horrible. That was almost as bad as the face mask when the helmet came off from behind.
So another 15-yard pass interference penalty. Bunch 2 receivers to each side for the Rovers. Man in motion. Here we go. They're going underneath the Carlson. Carlson. Nice little misdirection play there from the Rovers. I'll tell you what, Beavers defended that pretty well.
I just thought, well, it's good. This is good for the Beavers here because the clock keeps running. They want them to run the ball. They don't want to give up first down, obviously, but
2nd and 5, 3 receivers to the left for Fox. 1:10 and counting.
They're going to try that slant again.
Here's a snap. Fox looks, fires, has his man this time over the middle of the field. Cross the 25 down to about the 23. And Brockway will use a timeout here, and we will take one as well. 59.7 seconds remaining in our first half. DuBois 12, Rovers 0. Brockway on the move. Bring it back. to Bigfoot Country.
Out-of-town guests coming in for a reunion, celebration, or family function? Make them feel at home at the DuBois Hampton Inn. Group rates are available for your guests, and a clean, comfortable room is a promise. Meeting and banquet rooms are available. Enjoy the indoor pool, and we have wireless internet too. Start your day right with Hampton's free hot breakfast. Call us 814-375-1000. That's 814-375-1000. The DuBois Hampton Inn. We love having you here.
59.7 to go. Beavers 12, Rovers 0, and the Rovers are on the move here. Best field position so far of the day. 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line.
And they've moved from the time they got the ball. They've moved around 40 yards, albeit they got helped quite a bit by the little yellow hanky. But they are moving, so just under a minute left. They're down to the DuBois 23.
Two receivers each side, 1st and 10. Here's a snap. Fox looking, biding time, throwing over the middle of the field. Has his man, Hannah. Touchdown, Rovers. And they strike late in the first half with 54.3 to go. A beautiful laser over the middle from Fox to Hannah, covering 23 yards.
And it's like we said at the onset of the game, you cannot take a team lightly just because you think you are better than them. And here we are going into the halftime. It could be a one-score. Well, it is a one-score game.
And now, those extra points looming large. It's going to be a 5-point game, which could be a 7-point game. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and I believe the kick is good. 54.3 to go. Your new score reads Beavers 12, Rovers 7.
Hey, Kay, when do you start your new job?
Not sure. They sent me out of town to get my testing done.
Why would they do that when DWC Express Care in DuBois is quick and does all the testing that companies require?
That would have been nice. I drove over an hour one way.
DWC Express Care on Watson Highway in DuBois covers all your business health needs, from DOT and non-DOT physicals to drug testings to biometric screenings to respirator fit tests and so much more. DWC Express Care is your one-stop shop for all your business health needs. DWC Express Care on Watson Highway in DuBois.
54.3 remaining. Caden Clark and Garrett Franz back deep for the Beavers. Let's see if Cameron Hayes has any magic with 54.3 to go. That's a big score by the Rovers.
Oh, it's huge. That's the confidence boost they needed going into halftime.
And what is turning into a very good game here at E.J. Mansell Stadium. A low kick. It's going to be filled, and it's going to get by everybody. Picked up at about the 4. Garrett Franz gets what he can. Ends up getting up to about the 16-yard line, but the Rovers capitalize on the mishandlement of that kickoff. It's just a low liner on the ground, and it went through 3 Beavers. No one got a hand on it.
Yeah, each one thought the guy in front of them was going to get it, and the next thing you know, it's back to the 5-yard line. And once that happens, that just helps the defense tremendously because now the blocks aren't held anymore. Nobody knows where anybody is. But, of course, if he'd have broke through that first row of defenders, he might have got a big one.
If getting through the first wave, you're getting busy, especially at this level. 46.5, full house backfield. And it's first back through, and they'll just go with Henry as he plows forward across the 20 to the 22. And DuBois is just going to, looks like they're just going to let this first half run out, and they'll take a 12-7 lead going into the half. They do receive the second half kickoff. That is big. But one thing I'm thinking about is those 2 missed extra points right here at the moment. Are those going to play a factor come the fourth quarter late in this ball game?
They obviously could. But hopefully that they'll take care of business and that won't come into play. Looks like they're probably just going to kneel on this one. 10 seconds left.
Yep, they'll go straight ahead again with Henry. He'll get a couple yards, and that'll be it. And that will take us to halftime. After 2 quarters of play, your score reads Beavers 12, Rovers 7. Beavers will receive the second half kickoff. Please stay tuned for our Brackman Chevrolet Buick halftime show with Chuck Farah You've been listening to High School Football on Bigfoot Country.
This is Bigfoot Country.
WIFT DuBois Clearfield, WKFT Strattonville Clarion. This is Bigfoot Country.
This is Bigfoot Country.
Hello everyone, Jeffrey from Brackman Chevrolet Buick in Punxsutawney. We are huge advocates of youth sports. Without coaches and all the helpers, it wouldn't be possible. The teamwork, camaraderie, goal setting, the learning how to deal with disappointment. These are all skills that our children are learning by being involved in youth athletics, but it wouldn't be possible without these coaches and staff. So when you see them, shake their hands, say thank you for making a sacrifice for our kids, because they are helping give our next generation of leaders the skills they need to succeed. And remember, Chevys cost less than Punxsy.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're enjoying our first half so far of DuBois and Brockway. It's time for the Brackman Chevrolet Buick of Punxsutawney halftime show. As always, Athletic Director Chuck Farrer of DuBois Area School sitting down with Chuck. Get right into it, as always, my friend. So we know where football's at, standing right now. Let's start talking about the other teams. You know, everybody's getting started. First week of school's out of the way. Now, how are some other teams getting started with their regular season schedules?
Yeah, you know, football got underway last week. That big win over Karnes City. Both of our JV teams were in action on Monday for their first games. Our JV black team went down to Karnes City, I should say, and they picked up a win there. And our JV white team went up to Bradford and got a 14-12 win at Bradford. So that was good for them to start off. Both of our varsity soccer teams were in action last weekend at the Indiana tournament. Girls went 1-1. The boys were 0-2. Both played very well. Very hard-fought games. Both of our golf teams are underway. Girls are doing very well in their 4 matches so far. And the boys, they started the season. They finished second at the St. Mary's DuBois Challenge, and they only have one full match in against Brockway so far. They won. They've been rained out a couple other times. The rain's kind of caught us up in some other sports as well. Cross country was also to kick off this week. They got rained out. Tennis, I think they're 2-1 right now. They've had a few rainouts, but they've got a couple matches in. So volleyball as well. We kicked off here with some tournaments, and we'll be fully underway this coming week.
Yeah, it's good to hear. Sounds like teams, as always, are right on schedule with starting their seasons, and teams are off to pretty good starts. And you mentioned the rain there, and we kind of had a summer where we're all dry all of a sudden, and now we can't get away from the rain. So hopefully like the tennis teams and the soccer teams, they can have some better luck moving forward here. So one thing that kind of was slept under the radar for last week, the first week of school, first week of everything, especially Friday night, the football game. We had that class of 2022 Hall of Fame induction. So if you could, Chuck, just kind of enlighten everybody on that, and just give some greater details, because I could only really supply so much. Me and John talked a little bit about halftime. So what was going on there?
Yeah, so we got our latest class inducted. We had 4 inductees into the regular class. Kristen Day, who was a outstanding swimmer diver for us, actually did some gymnastics for us as well. She went on to really exceed at Clarion University. And
Clarion alum, shout
out. Yep, they're both Clarion alums here. Went on to be All-American and then actually got inducted to Clarion's Hall of Fame last year. So she obviously had a great career. We had 2 wrestlers, Zach Lundgren and Gino Morelli. I drew a blank there. So Zach Lundgren and Gino Morelli, cousins actually. Both were state medal winning wrestlers for us for a few years back. Then the late Larry Swider was inducted. He was a punter and actually a great athlete for us overall. And back in the 70s, and he went on to be a punter at the University of Pittsburgh, where they won a national title in 1976. Then he went on to play in the NFL for 6 years. Then we had a couple special awards. We do our Legacy Award each year. That went to Steve Black, former basketball coach back in the late 50s, early 60s. And the Contributor Award, which is a new one this year, we're giving out to somebody who maybe wasn't an athlete or coach, but did something to contribute to our programs. We went to Dr. Daniel Gordon, who was a team doctor for us for 37 years. He passed away a couple years ago. The doc was he was one of my team doctors when I played, and he's around for a long time and a great supporter of DuBois athletics. So we're really happy to see him and the others get in as well this year.
Yeah, and talk about a little how you get inducted. I heard and like I said, I'm asked because I don't know if all the facts are right. Is the teachers in the school kind of nominate who they would like to be in the next class? So is that kind of how that works? It comes within the school?
No, actually, it's anybody can nominate anybody. There's nomination for it. It's on. You can find it on our athletics website, or you can just call our athletic office. We can get you a nomination form. But anybody can nominate anybody. We were taken for regular Hall of Fame since the schools merged back in the mid '60s here, from what became officially DuBois Area School District. That's where we're considering our nominations for. Then we do the Legacy Award for anybody who was in prior, like the old DuBois High School, or Reynoldsville High School, or Sandy High School, those schools. So anybody can nominate any athlete they want. We do have a committee that's consisted of some athletic director, myself, some principals, school board members, some alumni, that type of thing. So it's a 9-person committee that we get together a couple times a year. We review the nominations, and John Wade, who's actually been our president of our committee for a long time, so he does a great job organizing. He does research on all of our nominees, on their statistics, everything they've done over the years, and we come together a couple times a year. We talk about things, and we actually narrow it down to our top 10. We do a vote, narrow it down to our top 10. Then from there it goes on to another vote. Then we narrow it down to our top 4. It's all point system how we vote. So that's how that works. And I guess it works so far so good. In order to be in, you have to be out. A player has to be out. Somebody who's an athlete has to be out of school. I believe it's at least 10 years. And a coach, it's 5 years.
Yeah, thanks for shedding as much light as possible, because that was one thing that slipped under our radar, and I wanted to spend a little more time on it. And we only get so much time at halftime and pregame shows, so that's what was going on with that. And once again, just thanks for just giving the fans and people who are maybe unaware of that, let them know what's going on. So we're going to move into the football portion of things here. So give me your thoughts on that huge Week 1 victory over Karn City, because I really haven't stopped thinking about it.
Yeah, that was a huge win for us. Obviously, Karn City is a smaller school than us, but they're a football power the last few years in Double A. They're a big physical team always. They always come in and play that style of play, and I know coaches got the kids pumped up for that game. Nobody thought we'd win. They use that to their advantage. All the so-called experts picked against us, and the kids came out and they played. Our kids played a very physical game. So yeah, it was very impressive. With some stars, Cameron Hayes, all this looked awesome there, running the ball, throwing the ball as well as the game went on, and defense played outstanding as well.
Yeah, and following that win, and you mentioned a smaller school than us, but they've earned a reputation of being a very good program, not only in this district, statewide. Has your expectations changed for this team?
No, my expectation was the same. I thought we could have came in and win that game. I think, I said from the beginning, this is a different team. These kids are, I call them blue collar kids. The majority of our senior class, they're kids that want to come in and work hard, play football. They're simple kids. That's what they want to do. Work hard, play football, and do good things in life.
Yeah, DuBois was certainly ready to answer the bell for that challenge, and they did so in succeeding fashion. DuBois versus Brockway this week, Week 2. Beavers are 1-0, Rovers are 1-0. Does this game, mean anything to you? Two local teams. People, families, athletes, very familiar with each other. What does this one mean to you?
Yeah, I think it means a lot because, you just said two local teams. You got the kids from DuBois Central right here in town. They go over to Brockway. There's kids know each other. These kids play, baseball together in the summer and do other sports together. So, a lot of familiarity there. A little bit of rivalry, I think, with some of the kids. Brockway got in there for a reason. They're an up-and-coming program. That they weren't good, but, they had 2 lean years like we did. But they're up and coming right now. Coach Heigl has that team heading in the right direction. They're going to compete really well, I think, in the, that smaller school division. And, there's a few crossover games. And, they wanted to come up and play the bigger team, which is, going to help them in the long run.
Absolutely. Yeah, no doubt about it. Got another week to get to the Steelers, so, we'll postpone them till next week, Week 3. But that's all the time we have for today, Chuck. As always, thanks for sitting down with me. Appreciate it.
Great. No problem.
And that concludes our halftime show, our Brackman Chevrolet and Buick, a Punxsutawney halftime show. And you're on Bigfoot Country.
Hello, everyone. Jeffrey from Brackman Chevrolet Buick in Punxsutawney. We are huge advocates of youth sports. Without coaches and all the helpers, it wouldn't be possible. The teamwork, camaraderie, goal setting, the learning how to deal with disappointment. These are all skills that our children are learning by being involved in youth athletics, but it wouldn't be possible without these coaches and staff. So when you see them, shake their hand, say thank you for making a sacrifice for our kids, because they are helping give our next generation of leaders the skills they need to succeed. And remember, Chevys cost less than Punxsutawney.
DuBois High School football in Bigfoot Country brought to you by Nexter Bank, your community bank. Liberty Boulevard, DuBois. Proud to support our student athletes. Visit us at www.nexterbank.com. By Hoffer Realty Associates, your real estate center for the DuBois area. Serving DuBois, Treasure Lake, and surrounding areas. Good Luck Beavers. By Tri-County Performance. Tri-County Performance, Beaver Drive, DuBois, your Western snowplow dealer in DuBois, and proud to support our local athletes.
DuBois Beaver High School football in Bigfoot Country is brought to you by DWC Express Care. For all your express and employer health needs, Watson Highway DuBois, proud supporter of our local athletics. Abraxas Youth and Family Services in Marionville, changing behavior, changing lives. Help change lives at Abraxas Youth and Family Services, proud supporter of DuBois High School football. The DuBois Area United Way. You can be on the team to help the less fortunate in our area. With your help, the DuBois Area United Way is meeting the needs of the area's nonprofit agencies. Go Beavers.
DuBois Beavers High School football in Bigfoot Country is brought to you by DeLulo Transport, a family-owned and operated company providing reliable transportation services with headquarters in DuBois. If you're interested in joining the DeLulo team, call 814-503-4131. Stop by the office, 349 DuBois Street, or visit DeLuloTransport.com. DuBois Burger King. Visit DuBois Burger King for a hot and